Welcome everyone to everydayman.net. We're here with another movie review of The Fate and the Furious. And I'm here with my co-host Jay and Kenneth. How y'all doing?
Good. I thought it was The Fate and the Furious.
No, it's The Fate of the Furious. I say Fate and the Furious?
Uh-huh.
Sorry. My bad.
Just trying to help you out.
Whatever. But yeah, before we get into our review, we're going to play the trailer and we can come back with our thoughts and our rating.
They're still on us. These guys are taking this personal.
You were only supposed to create a diversion, Roman.
That was complete destruction. What you want from me? I'm Roman Pierce, man. It's what I do. Phase 2. Phase 2? What's phase 2? Pounds away. Holy sh...
You know what I like about you, Dom? You're a genuine outlaw, but you're family.
A hell of a job, brother. When we get back to the base, beer's on me.
He's about to go up against the only thing they can't handle. You. Did you ever think you'd betray your family the way you did today?
Dominic Toretto just turned on us.
Well. Did you look at that?
I don't know why he's doing this, but that wasn't Dom.
She's the very definition of high-tech terrorism. And now, she's working with your guy.
I think I found my team.
This should be interesting.
You want to play like that?
Ouch.
This is impossible.
Which is why you're gonna need a little help.
I will beat you like a Cherokee drum.
We about to go all like...
Oh, it took longer than I expected. If you're gonna catch Dom, you guys are gonna work together.
Surprise.
I just fell in love.
I've been waiting for this. We got a tank. Let's roll. Laying back in the cut like that.
Here they come.
I don't know if the old Dom is in there. I don't give a damn. I'm taking you down. Toretto, let's play.
Why are they shooting at me?
I don't know. Maybe because you're in an orange Lamborghini.
Shut up, Taz.
Switch it up, like.
Switch it up. Speaker box blast. Speaker box blast. Go. Rat-tat-tat-tat. Yeah. We about to go all like.
Oh, shit. We're going to need a bigger truck.
Dom! You gonna turn your back on family?
Yes, that was the trailer to The Fate of The Fate of the Furious. Vin Diesel, Jason Statham, Dwayne The Rock Johnson, Michelle Rodriguez, Tyrese Gibson, Ludacris, Kurt Russell as Mr. Nobody, Luke Evans. It's a lot of people in this damn movie.
A lot.
Yo, and I haven't even named everybody. I'm looking at the cast, and it's like 30 people. I was like, come on. Oh, man. But we're here to review The Fate of the Furious. This is the 8th installment of the Fast and the Furious franchise. It's a lot of these damn movies, man. It's a lot of them. This type of franchise where, you know, after it's all said and done, I'm willing to bet you, how much you willing to bet that it's going to be a showing of all 10 movies in the movie theater at one time?
It has to be.
It only makes sense, right?
Whenever it comes on TV, they're gonna show like the first one all the way to number 8 before they bring out number 9 in the movie.
But what I'm saying is when it's all over.
What they did this time.
Right, but when it's all over, I think it's gonna be certain movie theaters who play all of them, and it's gonna be packed and make a lot of money all over again.
Nah.
People love these movies.
I don't think they'll do
There's
that.
only one other franchise that has 8 movies that's about to come out in, I think, September.
Who's that?
And that's this Saw.
Saw.
That's the last one that comes out in September.
Right.
Saw
There's
coming out another one?
Yeah, it could be another Saw.
I think they're running out.
I don't think. What other movie you got? What, Harry Potter's? You have Star Wars.
Twilight. How many did they make?
They don't have 8. It's man, you talking about and think about it's not even slowing down. It's still gonna make $1 billion. It's crazy. People ain't tired of it yet. Let's keep it going. But yeah, this is our review of the Fate and the Furious. Me and Jay saw it. Kenneth did not see it. Too bad for him. But Jay, what is your out of 5 stars?
Out of 5, I thought we were doing 8 out of 8.
Out of 8. Okay. What is your? Yeah.
It's stolen.
Okay. This 8. What is your out of 8? Because this was Kenneth's idea.
I give it a 7.
A 7. I got 2 ratings. Can I break my ratings down into 2 parts?
Go ahead.
Action is like a 9. The action in this movie is great. The story of this movie is more like a 5.
That's for every last one of them.
Right. I mean, yeah. Like it's more of a 5. The story. People don't really come to these movies for the story, do they? I mean, it's all about
they
action.
come to see the cars, the girls, and the action.
Cars, girls.
I think it was a great twist they put to the movie.
The twist was okay, and as you know from listening to the trailer, you have Dom, who Van Diesel character portrays his team. For some reason, we don't really know why.
Everybody thought it was for Brian. Everybody and their mama thought it was for Brian. I promise you. Everybody thought it was for Brian.
Did it really? I didn't think it was for Brian.
They had it because, mind you, they didn't kill him off.
They didn't.
They did not kill him off.
Yep.
And in the movie, they mentioned Brian.
They do.
So, overall, they do. Even though in the beginning of the movie, spoiler, they mention Letty is sitting in bed with him, and she mentioned how happy he is around the kids, and she was like saying that, how would he like to have kids, and they were joking, playing around about that.
Yeah, but I
did not think what the spoiler was in this movie.
I never thought it was Brian. I always thought it was something else. I was thinking if anybody would have been his sister.
Brian and his sister, hello, they're like a bundle. They come together.
I mean that's true too, but I think when it leads more
happened last time? They took Letty
and
they had Letty and there's Letty's son, not Letty. Sorry.
No, they had a sister. Right.
They had the sister and the kid took in. So I thought it was
right. So you have Vin Diesel. He betrays his team, and then they have to deal with from the trailer of what they say. They have to deal with somebody who they can't deal with. That's him supposedly because Dom is such a badass.
He's the alpha.
Fucking superhero now. So what happens is you have this team and they're a mess, right? Because you have The Rock who gets locked up. Hodge gets locked up, and surprisingly, he ended up in the same prison as Jason Statham character, which is okay. So convenient, right? So they have to deal with that, and his team they don't have nobody to go to, nobody. So they have to end up teaming up with a villain from the last movie, pretty much, to take down Dom or help them to capture him.
Who teamed them up was the guy,
right? Mr. Nobody.
Mr. Nobody.
Kurt Russell's character. Yeah. So he actually put this whole thing together to actually stop Dom, and at this point in the movie, still really don't know why he's doing what he's doing. All we know that he's gone rogue and they trying to find him, and he actually steals God Eye, which make him almost impossible to stop at this point. He's it's
gonna make it impossible to find.
Right.
Which they end up having some type of back door to it, and was able to still trick the system into finding his location even without the God Eye.
Right.
Twist.
But I wanted to talk about, so how do you think the direction of this movie, because the director is F. Gary Gray, and I don't know if you know who that is, right? Maybe you know his work. He did Friday.
Really?
And every movie he directs, he put himself in, but I didn't see him in this movie.
Did you not?
I did not see him. I may have to go back and watch it again. Because you remember in Friday, remember Ezell fell on the floor? And the guy who leaned over the character and said, "Get your ass up, ain't even wet over here." That's who that's
I don't remember. I have to go back and watch
right.
it.
So every movie he directs, he actually has a speaking role in it, whether it's like small or not. But yeah, like I say, the action was 8. Stories of 5. There's a lot of fast cars, good looking women. The opening scene is crazy.
Like the story.
The opening scene. Some of the things they pull off in this movie, the opening scenes. Okay, spoiler alert. It's gonna be a spoiler review. Of course, right. You have an opening scene where he races a car.
A little beat down car.
Don races an old car. He soup it up where, to where it knows the engine can't handle what he's putting in it. So during this race, this car catches fire. And this is the first 5 minutes of the film, people. This is the first 5 minutes of this movie. We have a scene where Dom is racing a car that catches on fire. The engine is so hot that it's red. Dom spins the car around, drives backwards, and still wins a race. His car gets spun around, Jay, and he's racing in reverse. And he still wins. Come on, like Dom is him and The Rock in this movie are superheroes. I'm serious. They might as well
detail into some of the action scenes because he should have been scratched up after he jumped out that car before it blew up. He should have been bleeding.
Shards of glass should have been all in his face. And then we talking about the first 5 minutes of the movie. Kenneth, this is the first 5 minutes of the film. This guy drives a car in reverse and still wins a race.
A raggedy little car against a nice car.
I'm like, come on, man. Like, does he ever lose? Have Don ever lost a race in these movies?
Have he?
I mean, he did lose to Brian one time.
He lost to Brian.
Did he really lose to Brian? Because they told him that he gave it to him.
He did. He lost to Brian. He beats Brian in the first movie. He loses to Brian when they race the police cars.
That's because he let Brian win. He told him that. He was like, I seen him pull off the gas. He let Brian win. He let Brian have it.
A win is a win.
You sure?
I mean, that's what he said in the first movie, by an inch or by a mile. So, but there's the movie. Right. So this movie, Dom, he's living his life. He's having fun. He's no problem. He's on vacation. He's on
how they make Letty look.
He's on his honeymoon. And
they got a honeymoon. They've been married. I guess they never.
No, they've been on a honeymoon. But okay, you bring up Letty. Do you buy? And this is a question for both of y'all. Do y'all buy the relationship? Do you buy the Dom Letty chemistry?
I do. I don't like the way they made her look in this movie. They made her much more girly, giving her those big eyelashes and too much makeup. I do, because she's like a rough type of girl. She's like get down dirty type of girl. He is attracted to that. She knows her cars. He's attracted to that. They both attracted to those type of need for speed. So I do buy their relationship more than I buy him and that blonde-headed lady.
So what about you, Kenneth? Kenneth, you buy
Did they ever say how much time in between that she was going? Remember, he thought she was dead. Did they say how much time that was?
I don't remember.
They did not.
I don't remember the time lapse.
I don't remember. So do you buy the chemistry?
I say that's one reason why I don't buy it.
Why? Could you think he moved on too fast?
No, that time, it had to be a while. Getting to what you were going to get to later in this review.
But he was attracted to her honor, how she honored family and things like. He was attracted to that. When he posted her up in her bedroom that time, the cop girl that he ended up having a baby with.
Spoiler alert. Thanks a lot, Jay. Spoiling the movie.
You say later. I didn't literally mean like 10 seconds later.
Thank you for spoiling the movie. It's okay.
But anyways, I do buy Letty and Don's relationship. It is very viable. You can see the chemistry between them.
I
just don't like her as an actress. I don't like her image.
Okay, what you say, Kim?
Brian and his sister relationship looks more organic than his and Letty.
No, it doesn't.
I would buy that one. I would say that. I could say that. But you know what about that? But that about that I'm glad that you bring up Letty. Brian and his sister, because do you think it's fair? Okay, I know it's tragic. We know that Paul Walker was, tragically died in a car.
Right. I know where you're going with this.
A car accident. But no, what I'm trying to say, is it fair that she has to be taken from the franchise because he died in real life?
Yeah, that's messed up. I think that's.
Because it's messing up. Because even though she's tied to
that's what's carrying her.
Right, but she's tied to the character. No, I'm talking about the actress who plays Dom's sister. But the fact that he died in real life, now she can't be in any of the movies
But guess
because
what? She had a baby with him. Once she had that baby, that pulled her out of that car racing.
Okay. So what
it's kind of like foreshadowing anyway.
Right. I mean, but if you go, okay, now that you bring up the baby, now let's take it a step further. You mentioned baby. You already spoiled it. Okay. Dom has a baby. You already spoiled it anyway. Okay, so Dom has a baby now.
Yeah.
Does he get taken out the franchise too?
That's gonna be really hard. That's gonna be hard. I don't know
and
why
they're not going, and that's my thing too. That's why I say the story. That's why I give the story a 5 because actually it hinders what goes on forward. I mean, it doesn't make any sense. You give him a baby, now he has a baby to deal with. He had no problems.
Right.
So now that he has a baby, is he gonna pull out from it? Which he's not because he's a producer on the movie. He's not gonna do it. He looks at that movie as that's his baby now. You know what I'm saying? He's been in all of them except 2. Even in Tokyo Drift because he shows up at the end for a final race. So he's actually...
maybe he'll be taken out of the next movie and brought into the last one. Mind you, they're bringing back characters. They brought back the 2 brothers, the 2 Latino brothers.
Yeah.
They brought the guy that they dealt with.
They brought back Shaw.
They brought back Shaw and his brother. Who else did they bring back? I think it was just the 2 Latinos, and they brought back Shaw and his brother.
So you think they should bring back Dom's sister at any point as like for a visit or for a cameo? Because
probably they show that Brian's dead. Because it has to be addressed. In this movie, they did not address it. They addressed it as Brian was still alive, and that's not right.
Well, the character was never killed off, so I mean.
But he needs to be. He's not coming back.
He's not coming back, but he never killed him off in the movie, so they can't.
They should, because that's
can't.
What I thought the twist was.
He's too important of a character to kill off screen.
Because the boy that's with Mr.
Because those 2 started this franchise together.
Yeah.
Those 2 are in every movie except, Brian was in Paul Walker's not in Tokyo Drift, and Vin Diesel is not in Too Fast, Too Furious, which is the second movie.
But did you notice the character that they was trying to build?
But they actually been in all the rest of them, besides this one, of course, because he had passed.
But did you see the character they was trying to build? The guy, the young boy that's with Mr. Nobody, which is supposed to be like an agent.
Right.
He's turning into an agent that don't want to go by the rules anymore. It's seen a movie where he breaks the glass. He tells the other crew, "You can't touch these cars," and then he's at a point where he's like, "To hell with it. We'll do whatever we need to do." Did you see him racing the vehicles and stuff? I thought they were gonna like turn that somehow into like.
Yeah, but his name
Brian character.
His name is Little Nobody because just make fun of him. But
because he's young.
But his real name is Scott Eastwood.
That's what I thought they was doing.
His name is Scott Eastwood. That ring a bell? He's the son of Clint Eastwood. That's Clint Eastwood's son.
Is it really?
Yeah, it is.
He don't look like him at all.
Does.
I don't think they resemble each other.
That's Clint Eastwood's son.
You know what? That's why they kept pointing out something about him, and I did not know at all.
Yeah, so I guess he tried to get into the movie, but
he kept saying, "Huh, pretty boy."
Right.
It's stupid.
Right. But like I say, this movie. Like I say, this movie, I like this movie, man. Like I say, but like I said, we already in spoiler territory. So you have Dom, who actually, I forgot the lady that he was in a relationship with before the lady came back. They had but during this time skip, she got pregnant. She had a baby. It's Dom's baby, which they never really proved that it was his. It was literally just by word of mouth, right? Because they never took a, anyway. But the female villain in this movie, she captured his son and his ex-girlfriend, and he has to turn on his team to make sure.
Isn't she in like another movie?
Who?
The main villain. She's been in one of the other ones, right?
No,
I don't think so.
No, we never seen her in any of them.
She hasn't?
But what it was, they tied her into the last movie by saying that that's who what's the guy The one that came back with the scar on his face.
Shaw.
That's who Shaw was working
right,
for.
Shaw working for her, and also
from the last movie. But they never showed her.
What's the other dark skinned guy from the other movie who was after God's Eye?
He
was married. He was married to the baby fat lady.
Kamora Simmons.
Yeah, he was married to Kamora Lee.
Oh God, he plays in
the dark skinned guy.
He died in
I forgot his
Guardians
name.
of the Galaxy. What is his name?
Right, he's a
African name. Oh, what is his name?
I forgot his name, but yeah, he used to work for this villain too. So they try to like tie the last couple of movies into this one. So she supposed to be like the big bad because Dom posted. And she said she was gonna leave him alone, but she said that he messed up her plans too many times. So she was like, well, if I can't get this, you go get it for me because you didn't want to spoil my plan. So she forced his hand where he really has no choice but to get it done. But she asked him. But it's a scene where she's talking to him there on the plane, and she's talking to him, and she asks him a question. She asks him what's important to him, and she said, and of course he replies family. And I want you to listen to this clip. I have it, and we'll come back and finish the review.
Let me ask you something, Dom. What's the best thing in your life?
Family.
No, it's not. Not if you're being honest. It's the 10 seconds between start and finish when you're not thinking about anything. No family, no obligations, just you. Being free. I gotta tell you, this whole saving the world Robin Hood nonsense you've been doing recently, it's not you. Be who you are. Why live only a quarter mile at a time when you can live your whole life that way?
Yes, that was the clip of Vin Diesel being asked what's the most important to him, and he mentioned family. And he seemed. See, by this point in the movie, you still don't know what's going on, and he seemed like he's kind of confused, and he's like, of course, family is most important, but I think what was the deeper meaning of the conversation, which family is more important, because he was actually willing to take them out to protect his son, which makes sense. I mean, who else wouldn't do that to protect their kid? I think me and Jay was having a conversation offline where I asked a question. I asked her because you can see in the previews where Dom hits the Rock's truck. He Hodges' truck, and the truck flips. And I asked Jay, I was like, how did Dom know that wouldn't have killed Hodges? How you know that he wouldn't have died there?
He didn't know.
Huh?
He knows how to hit a vehicle. He knows what point he can hit a vehicle to make it flip.
Right, but you don't know.
He's aware.
Yeah, you should know, but he's not. Okay, he know cars, but he
knew he had a high percentage of living. That's what he knew.
Yeah, but he was still injured. I mean, what? Oh, well, but like I was saying, how do you know that? What is that, Kim?
I said he didn't know.
Of course he didn't, but he could have. I mean, he risked that's like me, you driving down the road and I hit your car and you flip. You don't know if he's gonna die or not.
That's how much he didn't care.
Yeah, clearly.
He cares. He cares for him. He wouldn't pick up the phone when he called him and told him he needed to put a team together and he needed him. Cause didn't he call him and tell him he needed to put a team together? That was after the lady approached him.
Right. It seems like everything just fell into place for Dom. I mean, because if The Rock don't give him that call, then it doesn't even. That's the whole thing was a setup. Unless you got inside information into his organization too. I mean, because you never know.
Did she know that? I guess she kind of knew. Sorry.
But yeah, I don't know. It's like I say, I give this movie 8 out of 10. We've been going on 25 minutes just rambling about. Like I said, it's a good. Like if you're a fan of the Fast and Furious franchise, just go check the movie out. It's a great movie.
Yes, it is.
It's action packed. Actually, it's action packed from beginning to the end. Tyrese and Ludacris, funny as hell. This is a funny movie, man. The
pros and cons. Don't think about it.
Pros. Like I say, the con for me is the storyline. I feel like I don't like when, and I understand it because you're trying to draw an audience in. But I just hate when they drag in kids. I hate when they drag in especially small like babies, and how the baby was rescued at the end. It's a good action scene.
It's a good action scene.
But the danger that the baby was in,
Not funny.
Come on, man. So I'm not gonna say that's why it's a when you put kids in, that's why you kind of straddle the fence because these type of
That's why they
movies,
put so much
kids don't
comedy
need no
into
part
it.
in this movie, and that's another reason why. That's the reason why his sister and Brian was out in the first place because they had a family. So now you're bringing another kid.
Because he's still a family. Because even though the mother's dead, he's still the father that's
Right,
alive.
that's what
and
I'm
then Letty,
saying.
of course, will raise the child as hers.
Yeah, so Lady get to show end of the stick again in these movies because now she got to raise somebody else. Another
What
woman's.
is that to say?
I'm just saying she got to raise another woman's kid now, and now they bringing another kid. I mean, they already had one kid. That's why they were out in the first place, and now you bringing another kid. Brian
had no choice to be out.
Yeah, because he of course he had no choice. Of course, because he passed in real life.
Well, that's not true because he was out from the get-go, but the only reason why he came back
he came back
because he felt like he was responsible for putting her undercover.
So he was out before he even passed in real life. So he came back, right, just for that reason. So now Dom not gonna get out. He just isn't. But now he has a kid. You gotta find somebody who keep the kid now that the villain, whoever they go up against next, got to know he got a kid now. So now they got to go after the kid again, just like they went after the kid in this movie. Who else?
Don is just what it is that he's a target. He's a target for the skills that he have. People wants them. They know he knows how to get what he want, and he got a team that can do it. He know Brian they would need Brian. If they went after Brian, they was only going after Brian to draw Dom out. That's all. They wasn't going after Brian because of his skills. Brian doesn't have anything to offer like Dom does.
Actually does. Their skill set are actually pretty much the same.
No, his is better. Dom is better.
Dom is just a better driver. That's it, literally.
And that's what they want.
Whatever.
Because that scene that he had all of that they all tagged him in that
he come off as more of a badass. He come off as more of a badass. As far as his physical, if you look at the two of them, you be like, oh, you put Vin Diesel, oh, he's the badass. But I think
because of the size.
Yeah, because of the size, how you look. But me personally, I didn't think that was a big. If it was a gap, it wasn't that big between the two. Because from if you wanna start from, let's say, the first Fast and the Furious to where he died off.
Dom got more balls.
At that point, because he had a kid, I think at that point they was pretty much even. They was like hand in hand. You actually.
I didn't see Brian. I could not have seen Brian jumping in the air when Letty was on that truck and he knew he had to leap in the air to get her. I did not see Brian doing that.
The only reason why Brian didn't do it because the writers didn't put it in the movie.
Oh, please. If Brian would have did it, it would not have been good.
That's what I'm getting at.
Dom holds the body.
That's what I'm saying. You talking about physique, but I'm just talking about far as skill set. Physique and skill set has nothing to do with each other.
He does have better skills.
No, they're pretty much the same. It's just that Brian's character pretty much started off as a good guy.
My pros and cons was I didn't like the amount of makeup they put on Letty in this movie. They really girled her up. She wasn't that girly in other movies, even though the last one they made her girly just to go undercover. But they made her girly even when she was in her natural environment, like racing the cars and so many cars. She's usually not that girly. All that makeup I think was overdoing it. The baby, they dropped the ball when they brought in the fake baby. It was really fake.
Yeah,
it was like stiff. It looked like a book.
You can tell it was fake.
It was really bad.
You can tell it was fake.
They dropped the ball with that. They could have done better. There's a lot better computer graphics they could have used for that. I enjoyed the storyline. I like the twist that they. It's gonna hurt the following movie that's gonna follow because it's like, okay, so you guys kept Brian alive and kept him out with his family. Are you guys gonna take Dom out now that he has a baby? So yes, that really hurt him. But I like the twist though. I like the fact that they, it wasn't because I thought it was gonna be Brian. I thought that on that phone that he was looking at was them having Brian and his niece with Brian's sister. I mean, with his sister and stuff. But the fact that it was his ex-girlfriend and a newborn baby, I thought that was shocking.
Okay, so you gonna stick with the same rating that you had before?
Yep.
And I guess I'll stick with my 9 for the action and 5 for the story because the story, like I say, people don't watch these movies for the story. But if you like the Fast and the Furious franchise, I suggest you go watch this movie because you're gonna have fun. Like I say, the comedic timing is this probably the most funniest one I think I've seen so far. It's really funny and really action packed from beginning to the end. Kenny, you got anything else you want to add to this?
Is this the best one yet?
This is no, and the reason I say I think 7 is, and that just based off emotion. That's the only thing I can go off of right now. Based off emotion, 7 is better. So I think, and what that movie meant, and and how it ended, and
I think it was good action.
And the song at the end.
Lie. I thought it was good action.
And you had everybody crying.
No.
I think it's based off
crying
emotion.
Off what?
Because Paul Walker died, and from the last movie.
Oh, the last one. I thought you were talking about this one.
No, he actually was this the best one. I would say no. For me, I think 7 is the best one based off emotion.
Yes, 7 was the best one. Okay, good. I thought you were talking about this one.
Because we all agree that the first one was terrible.
What?
The first one wasn't terrible. Tokyo Drift was terrible.
Yeah, Tokyo Drift was stupid.
Too Fast, Too Furious wasn't that good either. But the rest of them was decent.
5 and 7 are like 1 and 2.
I like the way they robbed when they had stole that big safe. I had like that one. That was like what?
It was in Rio.
That was.
It was in
like
Rio. That had to be like 6.
6, right?
That's 6.
Yeah, it was 6. I mean,
I hate that they brought back some characters, but they waited so long.
Mm-hmm.
What's his name? Brother that has like the scar on his face now.
Shaw. You talking about Shaw?
Shaw's brother. I hate that they took so long to bring him back, but it was a good twist to the end to bring him back and for Dom to, for them to all gang up with each other and link up and be friends.
Yeah,
the 2 Spanish brothers. Why did they
said and this movie is the true meaning of the enemy of my enemy is my friend, because he had to team up with 2 people who he had actually had to deal with for the last 2 movies. I mean, actually 3, because The Rock is on their team now, and they had to deal with him. So it's crazy.
Yeah, they try to kill each other.
Right. So like I said, I stick with my 8 and my 5 for the story. But if we don't have anything else, this time movie review for The Fate of the Furious, go check it out. You can reach us at everydayman.net under our movie reviews. We have all our movie reviews and all our episodes for the Everyday Man podcast. You can reach us on Twitter at the Everyday Man Podcast. You can listen to us on SoundCloud at the Everyday Man Podcast, or you can email us at everydaymanpod@gmail.com, or you can reach me at Cordero Hicks. With that being said, we out. Peace.